As we do head into the new year, President Trump is touting the success of his economic policies and how they are making America wealthy again. He took to Truth Social, here you see it, saying tariffs are creating great wealth and unprecedented national security for the USA. Trade deficit has been cut by 60%. Totally unheard of. 4.3% GDP and going up. No inflation. We are respected as a country again. Phil Kerpen is here, principal at Unleash Prosperity. John Thomas, managing director at Nest Point. Great to have both of you here. Phil, I'd like to start with you on the president's expectations of 2026. Very optimistic, and it's not only him. Economists that I've been speaking to as well share that optimism.
Yeah, I have a pretty good outlook for 2026 also. If you look at what happened in 2025, the blue chip was that we would get 2.1% growth. It looks like we're going to get more like 2.6, 2.7, something like that. And that's even with a big negative number in the first quarter. You look at after the economy really was able to benefit from the Trump policies, from the tax cuts being made permanent, from the deregulation, from the discipline that we've seen on the spending side. We've seen a few quarters of much, much faster growth. In the second and third quarter now we had 3.8 and 4.3. We're probably looking at a fourth quarter that's going to be 3% plus. And so I think you look forward to the next year. Blue Chip now says 1.9. They're actually projecting lower for 2026 than they did for 2025. I think that's completely wrong. I think we're going to be 3% plus.
Awesome. All right. And to your point, Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan appearing on CBS's Face the Nation over the weekend. He spoke about how the American people are seeing more growth under the Trump administration.
All three-thirds are growing. And
so, you think that'll continue?
Yeah, and that's been continuous. And so that's the question. They grow at different rates, but they're all growing, which all means they're putting more money in the economy than they did this time last year.
What does that say? Not only just the message that you've seen there in that interview on Face the Nation, John, but who it's coming from and how much value is there?
Well, that's fascinating for a couple reasons. First, obviously, Bank of America is one of the world's largest banks, and so they're seeing deal volume transactions. They have their finger on the pulse of the economy. So to hear the CEO of B of A, talk about the health of the economy is a good thing. It's also kind of an interesting turnabout. Because, as I'm sure the viewers know, Brian Moynihan and President Trump, there is no love lost between those two men. President Trump put Brian Moynihan on blast when Trump came back into power over debanking conservatives. And the two men don't exactly care for each other. So you know that the economy is thriving when even Trump's enemies in the financial sector are praising Trump's economy.
All right, we got to leave it there in essence of time. Watching the markets. Trading began about 6 minutes ago. Opening bell ringing. We do appreciate that. Only a few days left trading for 2025. How about that? Phil Kerpen, thank you. John Thomas, thank you. Happy New Year.
Thanks, Sean.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.